Good morning, dear students. In the last session, we have already covered the laws of the size reduction. We have even covered the sums based on the theory, and now we have to start with the size reduction equipments. So, first, let us start with the classification of the size reduction equipments. So, first category or first type of the size reduction equipment, that is the crushers or the primary crusher. In that we have to discuss jaw crusher and gyratory crusher in detail. After the primary crusher, we have the intermediate and the fine crushers, or we have the secondary type of the crushers. In that we have to discuss the hammer mill, roll crusher, tumbling mill, and in tumbling mill we have to discuss the ball mill in detail, and last one, that is the bar stone mill. After the third category of the size reduction equipment, that is the ultra fine grinders. In that again we have to discuss the hammer mills with internal classification, fluid energy mills in detail, and the agitated mills. And final category, that is the cutters, which is knife, cutter, dicers and slicers. So if you see here, generally for the crusher, the principle of the size reduction is the compression. Whenever we go for the crusher, we will see that in the crushers, the size reduction is done by the principle of the compression. In the fine crusher or in the secondary type of the crusher, in the hammer mill, we are using the hammers. In the roll crusher, we are using the compression. In the ball mill, we are using the impact. So these are the principles which is used for the size reduction. In ultrafine grinders, the majority of the size reduction is done due to the attrition or the collision of the particles. And cutters, that is for the specific shape and specific size, we generally go with the cutters. So this is the basic classification of the size reduction equipment. Now today we will start with the first, that is the primary crushers, and in that also we start with the jaw crusher. So basically there are two types of the crusher, one that is the black jaw crusher and second one that is the dark jaw crusher. Now as the written here, the principle of the jaw crusher, that is the compression, and with the compression we are able to do the size reduction. Now the two jaws form a V open at the top, so there are two jaws. We have the two jaws and which will form the almost V shape at the top. One jaw, that is the fixed jaw, and the one jaw, that is the reciprocating jaw or the moving jaw. It is also known as the swinging jaw also. So it reciprocates horizontally and form an angle of 20 to 30 degree with the angle jaw or the stationary jaw. If this angle is more, so there are chances that the particle is taken out easily. If its angle is very low, then there are chances of the chopping also. Right. So one jaw is the fixed and one jaw is the moving. As you can see here. Now these are the two jaws here. Right. This is the feed in here. From here we are taking the feed. This jaw is the swinging jaw. It will move in this direction like this. So it will reciprocate like this, and after the size reduction the product is coming out from this part. So this is the working of the jaw crusher. Now you can see here animated working mechanism of the jaw crusher. One jaw, that is the moving jaw, it will reciprocate and it will form an angle with the stationary jaw with 20 to 30, and due to the compression the size reduction is take place here, and after the size reduction the material is taken out from the bottom part from here. So this is the discharge of the product. The jaw faces may be flat or it may be grooved. The jaws open and close almost 250 to 400 times per minute. Generally, the jaw crusher are used for the reduction of the hard rocks and the coal. And these are the some product specification and the feed specification. Application of the jaw crushers mostly in the cement industry, mining industry, concrete industry, where you can use the jaw crusher as a primary crusher for the size reduction. Another kind of the jaw crusher, that is a dot jaw crusher. Now here the moving jaw is pivoted at the bottom. That is the difference between the black jaw crusher and the dot jaw crusher. So the moving jaw is pivoted at the bottom. That means the bottom part is fixed. So compared to black jaw crusher, you are getting the more uniform product from the jaw crusher. But with that there is one limitation also. It has the tendency to chop. See, as I show here, this is the dot jaw crusher and this is the black type of the jaw crusher. Now this jaw is pivoted from here, right? So it will reciprocate in this way. So this part is open and closed and reciprocates. So here in this case there are very less chances of the choking. Simultaneously here you are getting not non-uniform product. Where in this case this part is fixed because your jaw is pivoted from here and it moves and it reciprocates from this way, right? So here you are getting the uniform product, but by chance if any fade material is fit here, then there are chances of the choking also. So this is the basic difference between the black type and the dot type of the jaw crusher. So in today's session we will discuss in detail about the working of the jaw crusher and the classification of the size reduction equipments. Thank you.